podcast Arise!
'Hello everyone, and welcome to AppliEpisode 33 of LostinTranslationmon. I'm May.
And I'm Jay.
And this time we watched High School Student CEO, Unryoji Naito Appears. What were your favourite bits of this episode?
I can't really think of any.
Because I really liked when they were looking at the mysterious Atmon, who we find out is called Bootmon, and Astra and Musimon say, "Boo, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a fight." And they start laughing. I'm like, well, to be fair, they're kids, and that's what they would laugh at, and it's really cute.
I feel like it's miscellaneous at best.
And, there were a few... I liked a few bits, but I just can't remember them off the top of my head, but it was just... Yeah, I liked this episode. It was cool.
I guess. I mean, the one thing it's done, and it's probably met its objectives, right? It was trying to make you absolutely despise the old L Corp CEO, and boy did I.
Oh, he was so annoying.
And it was trying to make you think that the new one was over the top, and boy was he. And so all of those things were done successfully, I will agree. Did I enjoy that? That's a pretty questionable proposition.
Oh, you had a few chuckles, though, at the little jokes that were happening in the characters.
Yeah, but none of them I feel like they're not like episode defining. I wouldn't say, you know what was really good about this episode? This bit. Is what I usually say for this part of the show.
No, that's fair.
Not a, haha, they made a fart joke. Did you hear that?
I liked Ray's infiltration of the deep web. That was pretty cool.
I guess.
Oh, no. You know what was the best? How he brought the protein drink and the heat packs for Dantemon, who's just saying,
Yeah.
oh, this hurts my shoulders a bit.
No, it's cold down here.
It was so... That was probably the best bit.
Do you not think it's really horrifying that he's not only turned to stone, but he's also conscious the whole time?
He'd be very bored.
That's a very, like, Wolverine, like, primary issue sort of thing. You ever heard the idea that if you're functionally immortal in this way, the likelihood that you will, at some stage in your eternal life, be trapped in a place you just cannot move, which is the same, if not worse, than death?
No, that does sound worse than death.
The likelihood approaches 1. Like, it becomes a near certainty that this will happen to you.
That's scary.
It's really bad.
And, there were a few bits that I liked, but I feel like that was the main highlight for me. The cute little... my shoulders hurt and he had some heat packs. That was so cute.
Afro Man didn't have a bad day.
Yeah, but that's because, like, some bad things are going to happen. So the caught up man was less caught up this time. I'm trying to remember what other bits that I liked, because I'm sure there were a few. I liked this episode. I mean, it wasn't an amazing episode, but it was fine.
We got a really basic idea of how L Corp came to be, which is that there was a company, just random company, whatever.
An electronics store.
An electronics store in the 70s, which was around the time, I guess, the grandfather was working on AI. And Leviathan sort of talked to the owner of that shop, gave him some advice, and he started an empire. Now, I think there should have been intermediary steps between my business was failing and now I'm the top, company in the industry. Like anything, but they just skipped it.
Maybe they didn't have the time.
But it sort of leads me into some of the negative bits, so I don't know.
So do you want to talk about those negatives now?
Yes, okay. Until now, I kind of gave the show credit to be like, maybe the kids could miss the connection between L Corp and Leviathan. But it's getting so disgusting. It's getting so obvious. On the interview, the CEO goes, I can't tell you who my patron is. They want to stay anonymous, even though it's been 30 years. But I can tell you the L in L Corp is the first initial of their name.
And the kids have seen the Leviathan logo before.
To be fair, the L Corp logo is slightly different. It doesn't have the dragon face on it.
But it's still got that curvy kind of
It doesn't
style.
have the big kick at the end. But the reason you can tell the big difference is because it is the L Corp logo is in blue, and then the new kid CEO turns around to it and it goes red, and you can see the changes. So it's not 1-to-1, but you'd think enough dots would be there that they could easily connect it, and they just don't.
For a negative, I don't have that many negatives. It was an okay episode. But something that just, I found kind of weird was the lady who shows the 4 ultimate Atmon.
The secretary.
Yeah, the secretary. And she pulls off her glasses and she reveals them. I thought that she was going to turn into one.
No, it was just really dramatic. And then she puts them back on.
Yeah, but you didn't even see her put them back on. She just has them on in the next scene. It was just sort of this weird moment. Like, alright, that's what we're doing? Favourite character? Because I really like the overly dramatic secretary.
My favourite character was Hackmon, because he really wanted a Gachi snack.
Oh yeah, that was right. That was adorable.
And it was really nice of Gatchmon to offer, but it was also very in character that when Ray's like, no, we have to go, Gatchmon just went, oh, you don't want it? Huh? Well, I guess it's mine now.
Yeah, like Hackmon still could have grabbed one, but Ray was like, no.
Because he doesn't have a face to get emotional, but his eye lit up and he's like, he wants the snack and he can't have it.
That was so cute.
Because he doesn't eat solid food, he only has jelly.
Aww. I love Hackmon.
He wants to chew things.
Hackmon will fight.
He's
I love
a dog
him.
and he wants to chew.
I know, it's so cute. He wants to choo-choo. No, that was cute. A miscellaneous bits, because I have one. Something I noticed is that Hajime has really weird eyes. Like, there's just sort of like this...
You didn't notice he had weird eyes. He wasn't there. You noticed that the CEO had weird eyes, and you remember Hajime having weird eyes.
So let me explain. And that's basically the short one. When we first saw Hajime, I remember thinking, he's got really strange eyes, so I remembered it. And they're just sort of like this weird sort of almost opal-y thing. They've got like three different colours throughout the eye.
Got like the chromatic aberration.
And then when we see Naito, and he has the same eye colour.
Your theory is that they've like brainwashed Hajime and I guess aged him up.
Well, no, it's not that at all. It's just that when Hackmon and Ray were finding out information about Hajime, and I think you might have forgotten this, it says Hajime looks different now. His form has been tested and changed.
Okay, I mean that's the end of my sentence that you interrupted, so I didn't forget anything. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so they have changed him, but it's not so much aged him up. They have changed his form. Like, they haven't brainwashed or aged him. I just think he's a different form now.
If he's in high school, that means that implicitly he is older.
Yes, but they've changed his form. Like, he doesn't have the same hair colour, but he does have the same eye colour. Maybe that's something they couldn't change. So I spent this whole episode saying, is that Hajime? Is Yujin Hajime?
Yujin as Hajime is a dumb one, though.
Yeah.
You undermine your legitimate theory by throwing out stupid theories on top of it.
What if Eri is Hajime?
Then I would stop watching Digimon altogether. I would leave the show.
Offmon is Hajime.
I would
Everyone's
leave the
Hajime.
show.
No, but what if Naito is Hajime? Well, can you imagine? Like, he's got those eyes. Like,
What if Ray is Hajime?
Haji Ray. But the thing is
And
that...
Hajime never existed. It's just it's his false memory, and it's a metaphor for his innocence.
Oh, maybe. But I still feel like, though, that weird eyes, I was always wondering, why does he have those eyes? They're so different from Ray. So they stuck in my mind. So the fact that we have another character who has very similar looking eyes, it's just sus. And I don't know why they've given these two characters these strange eyes unless it means something. So I think Night might be Hajime.
Could be.
But that's my current standing theory, but it changes every episode. I really thought that Hackmon might be Hajime.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was a bit stupid.
Because the intro has, like, Hajime changed to Hackmon.
Yeah, it's just because that's his companion at one point and his companion after that.
Okay, that too. Any other miscellaneous bits?
No, that's probably covered it.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a bad episode.
Oh, no, the only other thing is, so Night comes down from space in the most expensive, dangerous, stupid idea you could possibly ever pull. By the way, he's over a major city when parts of his spaceship start falling off because of the way that they're throwing things out. People probably died.
Well, I'm more amazed by Haru's reaction to looking at Night. Like, you're just like, oh, he's cute.
No, it's mostly in the after thing. It's like, my name is Anamiyujo, and he's like, Naito-kun!
And he's got love hearts coming out of his head. I'm like, wow, Haru is not straight. He's not gay because he's clearly infatuated with Ai, right?
I guess, yeah.
So he's just like, I love Haru so much. I hope he has a good day. I love him. As for my ranking, I thought this was better than the last episode that we watched, so episode 32. So I've just put it one above that. So episode 33 is currently 12th in the listing.
I don't remember what happened last episode, but I feel like I probably enjoyed it more than this one.
You did not.
No, well, I didn't enjoy this one very much.
I was watching but you reacted more to this one than to the last one. Like, you liked the cute bits with Hackmon with the food and Dantemon getting some jelly and some armbands.
Really big jelly.
Yeah, it was such a big jelly. He's like, I brought you something.
How does he drink it?
I don't know. He doesn't even, like, get him a straw or anything. He just sort of says, I brought you something. I love Ray. He's just, like, he says it in such a serious voice, and he has, like, this giant jelly, which I don't even know where he got it from. It must be, like, a premium one or something. So, yeah. Next episode is episode 34, and it's called Thank You, Future. Welcome to AI City. And the next time on, thing that happens after the outro was kind of like, how did Future advance so much?
Oh, I was pretty sure it was obvious. It's like a little small section of the city.
Yeah,
where it's like
maybe.
It's like a Disneyland. Like in this area, you can experience what L Corp is going to bring to everyone else.
I don't
It's
trust
like a marketing
L Corp.
installation.
I'm not sure, but I don't trust L Corp too particularly
you
much.
shouldn't. It's
Yeah.
named after Leviathan. It's not like that was subtle at all.
So you can email us at LostinTranslationmon@gmail.com, or you can comment on this episode or message us on SoundCloud. You can follow us on @TranslationMon on Twitter, and you can find us on LostinTranslationmon on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and YouTube. We have a discussion thread on With the Will and a Reddit thread in the AppMon subreddit, which I'm now moderator of, so check that out. And we'd really appreciate if you would review us on iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever podcast listening thing that you use. We have a website now, and you can go to the website to check out our upcoming episodes, as well as our Apply ranking, which I mention in every episode. You can also donate to our Patreon, which is in the description and on our website, and you can do that from as little as $1 a month, which gets you access to our listener Slack chat group, but higher levels gets you things like exclusive notes, information, early and unedited episode recordings, the ability to suggest discussion topics, Skype calls with May and Jay, and more.
And thank you to our current Patreon supporters, Sam Krieger, who has a podcast called the Moncast, which talks about Pokemon and Digimon. Stevie, who is Stevie Padmon on Tumblr and is currently taking commissions. Wuxinglong, who you can find at twitch.tv/Wuxinglong. Metal Mamemon, Joe. Anime Guy, who is Anime Guy Kurosaki and the #1 on YouTube. Chuckmon, Ishbal Bamba, Hiro Lado, who is at Hiro Lado on Twitter. Jason Morosky, Ryuchi, who is Frost Magic on Archive of Our Own. Stephen Reeves, who's at WildWing64 on Twitter, Kaidawashi, Mac, Noam, Riku, Red and Garen from Breakfast with Digimon, which is another Digimon podcast you can find on SoundCloud, Shisai, who you can find and follow at Shisai236 on Tumblr, Corey, Kyle, the Lady Bugman, whose anime blog you can find at baguburagu.wordpress.com, Smallwolfie, who is on Tapastic as Smallwolfie and has a comic called Eden of Melancholy, Tom, Glitchgoat, Azra McCool, Nicholas, and Matthew.
That is very long now. I remember the days where it was just like, that would take 5 seconds to read. Now it's like I'm glad that I get you to read it, because it's very much a lot of reading.
It's nice, though.
It's very nice. It makes me so happy that we have so many wonderful, wonderful people who support us and who enjoy us, and it's great. And I love talking to them in the Slack chat. It's great. You can also make one donation on PayPal, which I found linked in the description. It's paypal.me/Hajime, and make sure to listen to the podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!
See ya.